Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no see. Sorry I haven't posted a video for a while. I went on a holiday and I've also been working really hard on this new Ableton course, which has taken up tons of my time. Cool, so the last video I posted, I was telling you guys all about my wedding DJing business, and I just posed the questions you guys at the end. Do you want to know more about this? And I would say the overwhelming response was people are really interested in how to create a business from your DJing hobby. So in this video, I'm going to start breaking down different elements I spoke about in that first video and talking about each element in more detail. So in that video, one of the things I mentioned was creating your own website. As soon as you have your own website, you essentially have your own storefront online. So you can send people to it, to your storefront, and people will choose to buy your services. It's a really important thing in this day and age in getting business, drumming up business. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all about how I created my website, how I went about doing it, and my thought process behind making a website. Let's do it. Now guys, most of you when you think of web development, you're probably thinking of like the Facebook movie with Mark Zuckerberg sitting there typing all these lines of code. And up to a couple of years ago, that is exactly how you made websites. You'd literally have to sit there and code the website how it looks. Luckily for us, things have changed and there's now technology out there where you can literally drag and drop and design the website you want on the screen, and it's absolutely amazing. I am a massive advocate of a website called Wix, Wix.com. You can go on, you can literally get a template of a website, fill in your own details, and if you want to change around the design, you just drag and drop. I'm going to be showing you more about Wix in a moment, but I did want to tell you, I actually got in contact with Wix, and I said, hey guys, love the company, I'm about to make a YouTube video about it. Can you guys give me a code that I can give to my subscribers so my subscribers can have a discount if they're interested in doing this? And Wix actually got back in touch and said, yeah, we'll actually sponsor this video and give you a link. So I actually have to tell you guys that this video is being sponsored by Wix, which is really awesome. It makes me feel really professional. It makes me feel like a real YouTuber saying that. So nothing I was going to say in this video is going to be changed. I was going to make this video anyway. But you guys have now got a link which I will put underneath this video and tell you now. If you go to wix.com/Phil Harris, I'll put it on the screen now. And when you sign up, use the discount code PHIL10 and you can get a discount, 10% discount off Wix as a product, which is really cool. I'd have loved to have had that when I first started. So cool, that's all the sponsorship stuff out the window. Right, so before I even talk to you guys about Wix, I want to talk to you about the ethos you should have when it comes to creating a website for the first time. And I want to tell you a quote which I was told once I've never forgotten, which is, good artists borrow, great artists steal. Okay, it's a really cool quote and it's something I would urge you guys to bear in mind. When it comes to any kind of creating process, whether it's creating a design for a website, a brochure, even creating a song for the first time, as a beginner, you're not going to come out with something outstanding and original. It's just most likely not going to happen. So the thing you guys have to bear in mind when you're making your first website is that there's thousands of amazing websites out there that have been built by professionals. And all you need to do is go and look at those websites and take inspiration from them. And when I say inspiration, you can literally just copy them. If you guys find a website and you're blown away by it and you're like, I would love to have a website that looks exactly like this, just do it. Just put your own pictures in place, put your own information in place, and design your website to look like the website you saw and you loved. I know that might seem like strange advice, but it's honestly, it's the best advice you could have. If you took nothing more than these next couple of courses that I'm going to teach you about this, that is the main one. find the person who's doing a business well and just mimic it. And if you find a website you think is awesome, just mimic it. Okay guys, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Google and we're gonna look at other websites that we love, okay? Now this doesn't just have to be other wedding DJs, this could be wedding photographers, this could be real DJs in Ibiza, this could be your favorite DJs. You could go and look at Marshmallow's site if you want and take inspiration from wherever you want. So we're just going to look at designs we think look cool. And not only that, we're going to constantly bear in mind the customer who's going to be looking at our site and going, I can understand why this customer would like this website, okay? So there's kind of two things going on here. What design do you like? What design do you see that you think is working for that company? Because this is another big thing about business, guys. Everything I'm going to be teaching you in these next couple of courses is all about drumming up business and making money. That's really what it's all about. When you want to make money, you need to put your mindset in the consumer. So what you're selling to, if you're doing wedding photography, is brides and grooms, okay? So when you're looking at these websites now, you have to think, if I was a bride, if I was a groom, if I was looking for a wedding DJ, what is it about these websites I'm about to look at that would appeal to me and make me think this is the guy I have to go with? Those are the elements you want to steal. Go to Google and what you're going to type in is wedding DJ in Cardiff. Remember guys, I live in Cardiff, so that's what I typed in. You can click on the adverts if you want. You can come down here. You can click on a couple of websites down here. Let's have a look. You don't just have to do it in Cardiff. You could go away. I want to see what wedding DJs look like in LA. So let's look at LA wedding DJs. So Los Angeles, let's grab a couple of these, open them up. And guys, I've got no idea what these websites are going to look like, but let's have a browse, okay? So go through. Well, I'm not sure if I like this website, but what I can see is lots of pictures of happy bride and grooms. So that would probably appeal to a bride or a groom. So you can just get it and just screen grab something you like, okay? Okay, cool, they've got a picture of like their gear. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm just gonna screen grab that as well, you know, because that's an interesting thing to have. Oh, they won an award, that's cool, so we could take that. Let's look at a couple of other sites. I like this picture at the top, the first dance. It's very typical of a wedding DJ. So if you've got pictures of a bride and groom having a first dance, that's interesting. So let's take that there. You know, so this is it, guys. You're going to go through and you're just going to see what is it that is appealing about these websites, and also what is it you don't like about these websites. So we're looking at this one here going, well, okay, so reviews, that's interesting. They've got reviews, cool, so we're going to take reviews. But my overall thought when I look at this website is there's a lot of information on there. So I don't like that, so that's something I'll bear in mind. I prefer simpler websites, I like reviews. And you can go on and the same thing will apply, you know, check them out, see which ones you think look cool, what is it you like. So there, I like this one here, experienced, reliable, professional packages, so you grab that as well. You get the idea, you're going to build it up, and you're going to create a folder full of all the things that you think are cool. And you want to keep that for pretty much the rest of time, because the longer you do this, your thoughts will change. But what matters is your first ever impressions. Because when bride and grooms come on your website, they're not coming on your website after having experience in web design for 3 years. They're coming on for the first time fresh. So the fact that you like these things for the first time, fresh out of the bag, you're not an experienced web designer, that is what's the most important thing, right? Because it's what appeals to you in the first instance. Another thing I was told about web design is on average, people spend 8 seconds on a website before they decide to stay or leave. That's not very long, guys. So that's something else I want you to bear in mind as we go through, is what can you do on your website to capture people's interest and make them want to hang around on your website. I know I'm talking a lot about this stuff and I haven't even actually told you about any web design yet, but even if this is all you listen to in this video, it's so relevant. Steal ideas you really like. What can you do to capture people's imaginations or capture their interest instantly. Cool, so we've got a ton of inspiration now. We know what we like. I've already done this, so I've already got my website. Now I'm going to tell you about Wix. So if I was to open up an incognito window and go to Wix for the first time, another thing that's absolutely awesome about Wix is it comes with templates. So you don't even have to think of a design for the first time. You can build your website from someone else's template that's been designed. So if you come to the home page here, you can go to templates. Even if the design changes over time, it'll probably always be the same kind of thing. Templates, and you can just browse through other people's websites here. And all you can do is just pick one you like the look of and go in and modify it. You can even come at the top here and search for a website within DJING. So let's just type in DJ here and click enter. And you see these cool different designs here from other DJs. Let's say we think this one looks kind of cool. You can click view and it'll open it up in a separate tab. And you can actually view how the website functions as well. So you can scroll and you can see how things move. You see how those flowers there stay in the background as it scrolls. It's got something called a parallax effect on it. Things kind of unfold as you go down. It's kind of cool, it's modern, it feels funky. And if you wanted to see what it looked like on mobile as well, you can click this mobile thing up here. I've been in web design now for about 10 years, and something that's changed massively over 10 years is the amount of people who look at websites on their mobile. I know from my website, over 60% of people look at the website on their mobile phones. So it's really important. It's probably, well, it is more important what your mobile design looks like than your actual laptop design or your desktop design. It's crazy. So you can click on mobile up here and you can just look through and see exactly what it looks like on mobile. This is cool, guys, and I haven't even got into how awesome Wix is yet. What you do then is you can just click edit this site. Now, what Wix is going to ask me to do now is sign up. So this is the point where you guys would sign up. I'm going to close it down and I'm now going to take you to my site design, and I'll show you this is basically what you're going to land on, a site that looks like this that you can alter at your own will. So here we are. This is my website. Now, before I kind of talk to you specifically about the differences and what my thought process was with my website, I want to just kind of give you a quick example about what's so cool about Wix. Say I don't like that title being there. I can literally grab it and move it to wherever I want it to be. Any of you who know anything about web coding, you should be blown away by this because it's so awesome. You can literally move stuff around to wherever you want it to be, and when you click publish, that's where it will be on your main site. And it applies to everything. So you don't like that, you can move it over here. Gotta move back. Same thing with pictures, so this here is a gallery. These pictures you can move around, everything I can just move around. But it's not just that, it's really easy to add stuff. So for example, if I said I wanted a big YouTube video right in the middle of my screen here, you just come over here to add, click add, then you come to video, obviously. And you can come over and select any of these you like, a Facebook video, a Vimeo, a regular video upload. So let's say YouTube, that's what I said. Drag it down and you let go, and there it is, there's a YouTube video. And then say if we went to this and we said, well, the YouTube video I want to put on the front page of my DJ site is Conor McGregor fighting. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but let's just close that. You can grab this link here, you can go back to Wix, and you just click change video, click that link there, paste, enter, boom. This is awesome, guys. It's so cool. And then say you want to make it bigger, you just drag it up here, grab the corner and drag it down. It's just awesome. It's honestly, I just think this thing is the best thing ever. Actually, I'm going to leave that there. Here's the second thing that's wicked about this site. If you come to the top and you go to mobile, just like we did on the other screen, you click it there, and it'll show you the mobile version of your site, and it will kind of automatically fit things into what it thinks you want it to look like on mobile. But of course, you can come in and alter this. So I can say, well, I don't really like that video there, I'm going to drag it down a little bit. It's drag and drop. You can design stuff to look however you want. So here's some other cool stuff for you. What you can do as well is they have pre-made templates and what they call strips that you can add in. Now, all websites are built with this kind of strip, You'll see this more and more now. Now I'm telling you this, you'll see it more and more as you look at other websites. All websites are built in strips. So you've got this thing at the top that's called a header, just the header strip. And it's usually got a thing called a navigation bar here, which is the way you would navigate throughout the site. So all the links that you want at the top. And so you put that there. There's a strip here, which is like my main image. I'm going to get rid of the Conor McGregor video. Scroll down, here's another strip, which has got some bullet points. This gallery is another strip. So let me show you how easy it is to add in another gallery if I wanted to. You come over here, you click add, then you go to gallery, and you go and you grab a gallery like this, and you drag it in, and you can just drop it there, and you've got yourself a new gallery. And if you wanted to put that inside a new strip, what you would do is you come over here to add, you'd go to a strip. You can pick any of these ready built strips if you wanted to. You could come to the bottom and just grab a blank strip. So you come all the way down here, there's a blank strip, you can drag it in and it will budge everything out of the way between two other strips and drop something in. Then you can say, well, I want that strip to be wider, so you can just grab that little handle there and drag it down, and you just, it pushes everything else on the page down. So just drag it down like this. We've got this lovely new gap there where I can drag this gallery up into this space, drop it in. Let's move the rest of this down, so we've got to move that down a bit further. So this is something you'll experience quite a lot. Things fall behind each other. So at the moment you're thinking, where's the gallery gone? It's sitting behind the strip. So top tip, you can just grab it, move it up. There's the gallery there. I can drag it and then drag it up on top of the strip, and there it is. You can click this, drag it down, drag this up, and it'll lock just underneath that strip there. And then we've got this strip, the boss that finishes there, and then there's the gallery. So there we go, I've just added a whole new strip with a new gallery. And you've guessed it, if I clicked on mobile, that's where it'll sit as well. And this applies to everything. So if you wanted to add some testimonials in a strip like this, you can go to add, you can go to strip, like this, and you can pick one of the testimonials. So like there's a testimonial, that's the one I used there. But I could, for example, grab this, drag it in place, drop it there, and boom, I've got new testimonials. So if I now want to change this, I can come here, click in it, and I can say, Phil is great. There we go. And if I want to change this, just everyone. So everyone thinks Phil is great. It's just wicked, isn't it? So there we go, guys. That's kind of like just giving you an overview of how awesome this is. And there's tons of stuff as well. You can add social links to your Facebook page. You can add your own music in if you wanted to. You could add just shapes if you wanted to, if you wanted to have like a shape and something confined within a shape. It's all about just dropping stuff on and layering stuff on top of each other, just like you would in a design program. If you want to add buttons, you can add buttons. You can add kind of sliders that move left and right, so you can kind of have pictures that slide in and out. Vector art, it just goes on. And bear in mind, guys, you're only doing this after having a template that's already made for you. So there we go, guys. I hope I've given you a kind of a good run through of why I think this website is really cool, and I use it for a ton of other stuff as well. So I'm going to close that down. I'm just going to bring this back up. And there we go, I've just put the website back to exactly how it was originally. It's so quick, it's so easy to use. I would massively urge you to use this if you're going to create a website for the first time. Now we've done that, I want to talk to you about the ethos and thought process behind my website, okay? Oh, and I wanted to mention one other thing before I do this as well. When you have a website, it's for any of you who are brand new to web design and websites and stuff like that, there's 3 things you need to know about. Having the actual website design, having the website hosted on a server, and buying a domain to attach your website to. So a domain is the thing that sits up in this bar here, like youtube.com or weddingdjcardiff.com. That's the domain. You need to attach a website to a domain. So when someone types in the domain, your website appears. But you also have to pay to have your website sitting on hosting. Think of it like land and houses, okay? The domain would be the house name or number, the address. The house would be the website, and the land that the website sits on is the hosting. And you need to have all these things. If you were to do a website individually, you'd have to have someone develop your website for you. You'd have to contact a hosting company to attach your website to a hosting package, which you'd have to pay for separately. And you'd have to go to an individual web domain company to go and buy your domain. So you'd have to go to like 123reg to register your domain. Then you'd have to go to like GoDaddy to host your website, and then you have to go to a developer to get stuff done. Not with Wix, you do it all within Wix. You buy a package, it hosts the website for you, you can edit the website yourself, and you can buy a domain through Wix. In fact, I think with some of the packages you get a free domain. So another thing I wanted to mention that's so awesome about it is literally like plug it in and go. And all you've got to do if you want to post it live is come up here and click publish. Now, it's a little bit more complicated than that. If you wanted to connect your own domain, you'd have to go back into some of the settings, but I want to run you through all that kind of stuff in a second. Cool, so here's my thought process with websites. When it comes to websites, I wanted to keep it simple. And I wanted to make sure that when somebody clicked on my website for the first time, my website had something called a call to action, which is important. A call to action is something that basically tells your customer to do something. So you can see this big blue button up here. It's a call to action. What I want them to do when they land on this website is get in contact with me and see if I'm available, or inquire about my prices. I want them to get in touch with me. That's the main thing I want from this website. When they're in contact with me, I have what you would call a lead in the kind of business world. It's a lead, it's something that could make me money. Once I've got a lead, I can get some email communication with them and eventually convert them, which basically means convince them to spend money with me. I can convert them into a paying customer, okay? So it's not really about tricking them, it's about convincing them. I wanted something really simple. I wanted them to land on my site and see a bunch of people having fun at a wedding, because that's what I want to project. This is what I can offer you guys. They see a big blue button up here that says check availability, which kind of suggests that I may or may not be available, which kind of suggests that I'm a very busy wedding DJ, right? Because if at the button at the top that said please get in touch with me, it's like, well, he's desperate. Whereas that button suggests I'm pretty busy, so you're going to be doing well if you get me, you know. You're going to have to check if I'm available first, guys, because I may not be, you know. So it's all like little things like this you want to think about. What is it that would convince somebody to go with you over other people? So they arrive on my site, first thing they see, everyone having a really awesome party, and a button that says check my availability. You've obviously got the name of my website up here, which is good for SEO, which I'm going to cover in another video. And then I've got some links up here to take people to pages like, you know, the About Me, packages, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just going to talk about the home page for now. So they arrive on the site, that's important. I've given them a vibe quickly that I can give them a fun wedding party, which is all they want. They scroll down, guess what, guys? More pictures of people having a really fun time. That's what I want to give here. It's what I want to project to people. I've then got bullet points. If someone sees a massive writing, no one reads it. If someone sees bullet points, they're more likely to glance at them. So when they look at my bullet points, it's like create your own custom set list, so people feel like they're in control of their own wedding day. I'm highly recommended by other customers. That kind of gives me that recognition that I'm good. So when people glance, they're like, oh, okay, cool, you know, well presented, friendly, 5 years experience, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's a bullet point list. It's like little bullet points. Why would you want to go with me? So I'm kind of just adding to this, convincing them to go with me. And guess what? Another call to action, another button there. More pictures of people having a really fun time, so I'm just convincing them this is what you're going to get if you go with me. They come down, testimonials, other brides talking about what an incredible night they had and what an amazing party they have. If they're available, book them, you know, really convincing testimonials. Then you come down and there's a sign up form or a contact me form, which has got information that is useful to me, like what date is your wedding, where are you getting married, do you need this for the wedding breakfast, which is like the lunch you have on your wedding day, your name, your email, ask us anything, and then a bit more information down at the bottom here. So you see the whole thing is convincing, not loads of information, tons of pictures, get in touch with me. That's the main thing I want to project, and that's something I would try to bear in mind if I was you guys, and this is my thought process behind it. So now here's a couple of other things you're thinking. This is all well and good, Phil, but I've never done a wedding before. I don't have pictures of people having fun at a wedding. I don't have any of these pictures. I don't have any testimonials. I don't have any of this stuff. I didn't when I started either. And what I will say is you don't have to use pictures of people having fun at the weddings you done. You could just get pictures of people having fun at a wedding. You can go to stock websites for this, and even you can get pictures from Wix itself. So if you go to add here, you can go to images, and you can go to, let's have a look at free Wix images. So let's have a look here. Click free Wix images, and you can type in here wedding. Let's see what they come up with. So there's some pictures here of people. That looks like a bit of a dance there, but it doesn't look much of a... It could be. So I mean, that picture there could be people having a first dance. Let's scroll down a bit further and see if there's anyone else. Lots of pictures of couples looking happy. None of them actually dancing. So look, there's one that looks like a dance. That could potentially be a dance. So you've got images like that. The other thing you could go is to Shutterstock Images here. So these are images you've got to actually buy. So here there's a picture of a first dance. How perfect is that? You could put that at the top of your website and it looks so professional. So that is where you could get pictures from. People having fun at weddings. You can buy them from places, you know. And you may think, okay, that's not really very fair because that's not really truly from the party I threw. But what I would tell you in that regards, guys, is fake it till you make it a little bit. You can get these images, put them on your site, and as soon as you start doing weddings, go along with your camera, take pictures of people actually having fun, put them up on your website. Unless the website's doing really well for you, in which case you don't have to change it. Testimonials, that's another tricky one. These are real testimonials. This is, I don't know whether I should say this, these are real testimonials, but what I will say to you in kind of coded wording is no one has ever asked me to prove if these are real or not. But these ones actually are, but that's just a little something I'll say, and I'll leave that one with you guys. So guys, even the sign up form at the bottom is so easy to add. You just come over here to add, you can come down to contact, and in contact you can grab a form that you like the look of, drag it over, drop it like this, and you can go manage fields. You can change the fields to whatever you want them to be. You can set it up so every time somebody fills in that form it gets sent to your email address. You can even have it so it texts you when somebody emails through so you can get back to them really quickly. It's so awesome, it's so easy to use. Cool, so look, there we go guys. Now obviously I said earlier in the video I was going to show you how to like connect domains and stuff like that, but the reality is guys, I learn everything I know about Wix from just looking up stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and really things like setting up your domain on Wix, I don't want to waste your time by running you through the technicalities now, but what I can tell you is it's just as easy as everything else I've shown you in this video. So there we go guys, I hope this video has kind of inspired you, it's helped teach you my thought process, and I've helped you understand why I think Wix is so amazing for doing websites like this. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave this video here now. As you can probably tell, I think Wix is cool. I could talk about it for hours. I use it for tons of my websites. It's a definite go-to for me, and I hope the stuff I told you at the beginning is enough information for you to be able to make the websites you want to make. Guys, I'd be really interested to hear what your thoughts are on this video. Was it helpful to you? Did you enjoy it? Is this the kind of stuff you want to know more about? I'm planning on doing a full series on this. So next week I'm going to teach you how to take your website and make sure it ranks on Google, something else I talked about in my first video. So guys, I would urge you to go ahead and play around with Wix. You don't have to pay straight away. You could just get a basic account and play around with it. And you know, like I said guys, if you find anything confusing, you can either email or message me, or you could just YouTube it and there'll be someone else teaching you how to do the things you want to do. It's really awesome, the amount of information that's out there on YouTube now. You can learn anything you want to. So there we go guys, I'm going to leave the video there for now. Next week I'm going to be teaching you all about SEO, which is search engine optimization. So for any of you who have seen my first video, it's all about teaching you guys how to get your websites ranking on Google. So when somebody types in wedding DJ in whatever city you're in, you are one of the first websites they see, because that's what it's all about. Having a website and then having people find your website. Because if you just have a website and it doesn't rank on Google and no one clicks on it, it's like writing a poster for your business, stuffing it in a bottle and throwing it out to sea. No one's ever going to see it. You want to now put your website in the way of people who are looking for what you're selling. That's what I'm going to teach you guys next week. And remember guys, if you are going to sign up to Wix, make sure you go through the link wix.com/Phil Harris. I'll put this link on the screen now. I'll also put it below the video, and use the sign up discount code Phil10. I'll also link that below this video. Guys, if this video has been helpful, make sure you give it a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. And remember guys, if you're new to DJing and you've got no idea how to DJ, I've got a course at beginnerdjlessons.com and I can teach you how to do that as well. See you guys next week. Ciao.